Hello, Mr. Hausler here. So this video is for chapter 8. One of the skills we'll be learning is how to find the zeros of a quadratic. And we're actually going to have several different methods we're going to teach you guys. One method is factoring and then using the zero product property. Or property, yep. So find zeros of the following: 4x squared minus 8x plus x. So A is 4, B is negative 8, C is positive 3. I'm going to use this because I'm going to factor using the Xbox method. A times C, and then B goes right here. A times C is a 12, 4 times 3, 12, and then the B is a negative 8. So how do I get a negative number when I'm working here to get a positive 12? So what numbers are I going to multiply together to get me a positive 12, but when I add them I get a negative 8? That means both numbers must be negative. So I'm going to be thinking of 12s, factors of 12. Negative 1, negative 12. Negative 2, negative 6. Looks like we hit it right there. Negative 2, negative 6. So that's the X part. I'm now going to do the box. Okay, so with my box I'm putting the 4x squared in the bottom corner, putting the 3 in the upper corner. These 2x and negative 6x can go however I want to. I'm going to go ahead and put negative 2x here, negative 6x here. I'm going to go ahead and look at this column here. We do a different color. If I look at this column here, the greatest common factor, I can pull out an x out of it and I can divide out a 2. 2x can come out. Hopefully you guys can see that that's a 2x. Looking here, I can divide out a 3. Okay? So how would I get 4x squared? So I'm trying to get the area here, that would be 2x. 2x times 2x is 4x. How do I get a negative x? 2x times negative 1 is going to give me that negative 2x. And now I'll just check my area for the rest of them. I need that to be a 3. So we're going to turn that into a negative. If I turn that into a negative, I get an area of a negative 6x there too. So I'm all good. Everything's okay. So I can factor that. Two x minus 1 multiplied by 2x minus 3. So the zero product property says that A times B equals 0. So that means A is 0 or B is 0. Or they're both 0. So I'm going to assume A is 0. So this is basically my A times B equals my 0, right? So if A is 0, I get a 0. If B is 0, I get a 0. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this. Pretend that 2x minus 1 is 0. I'm also going to pretend that 2x minus 3 equals 0. This will help me find my roots, which are also called your zeros, or they're also called your x-intercepts. I'm going to add 1. 2x is equal to 1. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X is equal to 1/2. That's one of my roots. Add 3, add 3. 2 times something is equal to a positive 3. So divide by 2 on both sides. X is equal to a 3/2. So there are my two roots, or basically my two zeros, my two x-intercepts for this particular quadratic.